I'm joined now by the election head, Lebogang Maile, who's going to talk to us about what is happening inside. We understand that there are deliberations and conversations happening about how best to manage coalitions. And one of the sentiments that may come out is that the party with the most votes should be the first should be allowed to elect its own candidate. Is this going to be, form part of the resolutions after today's summit?
Thank you very much for having us. Yes, certainly. It will be part of the resolutions. And in fact, you would be aware that there's a framework that has been created by our national leadership. And this it's one of the issues that is being raised there. And in our approach, we firstly want to embrace the spirit and the letter of what is contained in the framework as guided by the national leadership of the ANC, and then secondly look at our own situation and analyze municipality by municipality, but thirdly look at how best do we reinforce service delivery and make sure that we provide quality services to the people of the different municipalities wherever we are in a coalition.
Now, if the resolution is that, the party with the most votes should field its own candidate, will we then see a change in the mayoral positions in the various municipalities, namely the city of Johannesburg, where the Al-Jamal's candidate has been placed there, and in the city of Ekurhuleni?
We are an organization with integrity. We have had discussions with the different parties and we've agreed on the arrangements that are there. So we will not just wake up and walk away from the arrangements or want to impose our views. One of the weaknesses with DA-led coalitions and why they have not been sustainable is because they behaved like bullies. So we can't behave like that. These are resolutions we have taken. We'll have to converse them with other parties, with society, and ultimately we need to work towards legislating them so that there is a law that guides these coalitions. So we are not going to say simply because we have had our meeting or our summit rather, everybody else must now fall in line. We still have to have discussions, but where we are sitting now, whatever that is in place as per agreement remains as is, and we will continue to have engagements with other parties.
And are there plans to legislate and better manage so that coalition governments are manageable? Because we've seen numerous motions of no confidence in various municipalities, which has brought instability for service delivery and inside council.
It is inevitable, and it seems it is clear that there has to be legislation, there has to be a law that will guide coalitions, because if it's left loose and is left to the political parties, it is not going to be helpful. It has been clear in the last few years that there's still a lack of maturity, I think, as well amongst some political parties. So we need a law that will help to force them to serve the people who have voted for them into power. But we should also look at the threshold of making it into or getting a seat, whether in the municipality or in provincial or national parliament. Because if you look at the PR formula that is there, makes it very, very, very easy. And that's why you can get somebody who has just less than 2,000 votes getting a seat and becoming a king or queen maker, and sometimes they are not even committed to serving people. Because of sheer luck, they end up finding themselves in those chambers and they don't even understand how they got there, and they become excited and they see it as an opportunity to make a quick buck. So we have to work on the threshold amongst others.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. There you have it. That is the ANC's head of elections talking about, conversations that are being deliberated inside, but also how they plan to go ahead with regards to legislating and ensuring that coalition governments are regulated. You would have heard him just right before the end, that he was touching on the issue of representation and the PR representation inside council, parliament, and the various areas of government.